What's up everybody? Today we have a weird video because we're going to be sewing. Now when I was a kid, I used to sew backpacks, hoodies, all types of stuff like that. But then I started drawing, doing animations, and I stopped and I fell out of practice. Why buy things when I can just make things, you know, like what I used to do? So instead of going to Lululemon and buying some of their amazing fabrics, beautiful nylon pants, I decided I can just make my own. So for Christmas, I asked for a sewing machine, and my mother blessed me with such a machine. This is the Singer Heavy Duty 4411. This is an amazing sewing machine. Don't know too much about it yet. I'm still learning. It's been probably like 10 years since I sewed something. Probably even longer. I'd say 12 years or something like that. So in order to learn more about this machine and how to use it, I checked out Singer's YouTube page, learned a lot about that. And I also checked out Glory Allen on YouTube. He does great tutorials, teaches you tips and stuff to look out for when sewing. And after watching those videos, I decided to jump straight into it. And the first thing I made was actually, let me go get it. The first thing I made was this pencil pouch for my fiance. It has Velcro on the inside, opens up, and I designed it with panels on the side so that way it can sit up and she can open it, take her pencils out and put them back in, and then have ease of use. I even put this top pocket just in case she wants to store some paper or something in this. But this was my first project when I first got this machine, and I like this. This came out pretty good for not knowing anything. So sits up just like that. It's amazing. And then she's been telling me, hey Justin, we need some silk pillowcases. So I'm like, dang man, now I got this, I can make us some silk pillowcases. So we went to the Joann store and we bought some silk. And the first night I got back, I made this. Da, 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 da. It's a pillowcase for her. I don't really know, I was freestyling. I don't really use patterns. I just look at things that I have around, I measure, and then I go from there. And I just made this. I don't know how I did it, but it came out great. The seam lines look amazing. Didn't look up any tutorials on how to make pillowcases because I thought it was gonna be simple. It actually was pretty simple. I watched how Glory Allen put on a zipper on some cargo pants or something like that. Then I kind of did my own way of doing it. I think it was a little bit easier, but he had good tips and tricks on how to move the zipper when sewing. And I used it. I think this came out pretty good. As you can see, it has grease stains and stuff on it because she's been using it, and I've been a little jealous, so it's time to make my own. In this video, we're gonna be making our own pillowcase from scratch. No patterns, no nothing, freestyling. Let's get it. First scene, begin. All right, we're gonna start out by measuring the pillow, and then we will make our cuts. To hold down the fabric, I use these paint bottles. They work really well, so there's no slipping. Then I got me some fabric scissors. I made a little cut by the 18.5 where I wanted to make my cut at. Moved it down, and then I did the same to the other side. But look at that wave. Yeah, let's enjoy the slow-mo. This is nice. It's very nice. Anyways, back to the cut. Made my cut exactly the same length. Made a little snippet, and then I'm going to cut to the middle. And then I'm gonna come around the other side. Not the best way to cut it, but I was kind of lazy. Made my cuts, and then I had to measure it to make sure everything was even, and it wasn't even. There was a little dip in the middle. Got a little frustrated, but whatever, we keep going. Got some thread to match my fabric. Then I cut the fabric into two halves, but they were uneven, so I got a little frustrated again. This is the zipper I'll be using. This is the zipper sewing head. For this silk, there's two sides to it. There's a shiny side and the wrong side. You're gonna take the wrong side. You're gonna have it on top of the zipper. And then you're gonna have it come across the zipper. That way when you flip it over, the shiny side will be showing. The first stitch I will make is the straight stitch. And I tried my best to make it straight. Always in the beginning and the end of the stitch, go backwards and then forward so that way you lock in the stitch. And when you flip it over, it should look seamless just like this. I'll switch over to zigzag. Length is right between 1 and 2. My width is 2. Then I'll bring the needle over to the left side. As you can see, this is after the stitch. Don't know if these settings are correct, but you know, try my best. And I made this little beat pattern, you know. And I always try to start off with the sewing machine off, and then I manually turn the wheels so that I can manually stitch in the beginning to make sure that I have a solid stitch. And this is how it looks after. Now I'm gonna switch it over to the regular head, and then we will begin stitching the body. This is how I have it pinned up. And a time lapse. Just watching me some cooking shows, having me a good time. So in this shot, I was using the edge of the fabric as my marker to try to keep a straight line. But since you know I didn't cut a straight line, it's not gonna be a straight line. Now we're gonna do the corners. For the corners, I was thinking maybe I'm just gonna do a straight stitch across it right here, and it actually worked pretty good. So I did all 4 corners. And on the zipper corner, you want to make sure you don't go over the zipper. So that was me manually starting at first, and then I turned it on to continue. I go forward, and then I put it in reverse so I can lock that in, and then I go forward again. Glory Allen taught me this tip. Alright, then we're going to cut, and we're all finished. Let's check out the stitches. They're a little bit rough, but you know, for my first time, it's not too bad. Practice makes perfect, so I'm just keep on practicing. Just flip it inside out, and of course everything looks amazing when you just hide it, you know. Wow, there it goes. This is like the most perfect fit in the world. I honestly thought it was gonna be garbage, but as you can see, the corners look amazing because I did that stitch across the corner. Little issue right here, I had the fabric come up a little bit too high here, and you can see like the original marks on the fabric that happen when they try to stop the fraying. But you know, it's for me personally, so I won't mind that. But all the corners are secure. This doesn't look that bad. I thought this would also be another problem section where it had overlapping. That came out great. The seams look amazing. I thought it was gonna be this weird U to the middle of this, but it cannot get any better than this. It's so crazy how it actually came together. Didn't have a lot of faith in it, but once I started vibing out and having a good time, it came together. Look at this, man. Look how it's inlaid. Look at the inlaying on this. It's perfect. This is like a professional pillowcase. But you know, this project wasn't that hard. Shout out to those YouTubers that helped me out. The 16-inch Coats & Clark zipper works amazingly. It works perfectly. Look at that. No problems at all. Yeah. But that's all for today. If you have any tips, suggestions, leave it down below and I'll read it, and hopefully I can learn a little bit more about sewing. Hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to. Appreciate everything and have a great day.